Alastair, so you're one of the predominant sponsors of the event. Is this correct?
We are, yeah, and we have been for several years.
Have you?
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
And why? It's a positive why. Why are you sponsors of that CUPGRA conference?
I think as a company and our involvement in potatoes and the agronomy of that crop, we feel it's very important to link science with practice. And I think I started coming here about 12 years ago.
Oh, did you?
And it's been a good position to be in, to be able to say to our grower base that we're sponsoring a prominent event in the potato industry.
And so if I was a grower, what would be my direct involvement? Hold my hand. What would be my direct involvement with Frontier?
So, from a potato perspective, it would be in our agronomy service, which is a weekly service to advise on the crop in season and planning pre-season. Storage of the crop as well. We advise on storage of the crop. So we're from start to finish. We advise on all positions of the crop.
Well done. So it's sort of a one-stop shop. So you can advise me all the way through the growing cycle.
Crop nutrition, organic inputs, cover cropping. We've got quite a big resource within the company to be able to pull on, which is quite a useful asset.
Yeah, I have to declare my hand. I used to work for Frontier. Well, sort of. When it was Banks Agriculture and Banks and Allied and Cargill's all merged to come Frontier, I realised my game was up because I wasn't anywhere near as competent as yourself. So I got into the murky world of recruitment and marketing.
Oh wow! Yeah.
But I've got a direct connection with Frontier, and all my buddies who are either still there or in the associated sectors. Frontier is amazing. It's got such a good reputation. If you compare it to some other industries where businesses got bigger and bigger and they've become less customer centric, but you guys have always, although you're a big company, you've always got that positive touch with the growers, with the farmers.
Yeah, I think that's probably from our background of where Frontier was formed in 2005. I came in from a smaller company, so we were very much a local base, and that. Yeah. Bigger than the sum of its parts sort of scenario is.
Yeah. Your growers have got the best of both. They've got your independent mind and your colleagues, but you've got the weight and might and the buying power of Frontier.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And the future of potatoes. There's been a lot of talk about. I didn't realise nematodes was me being so naive about the sector. I didn't realise that the likes of that was such a problem. What's been talked about in the last couple of days? Can you see there will be solutions to these problems, or is it just something it's just a band-aid all the time?
I think every time you come here, you always go away with a lot more questions than answers, and nematodes within the rotation. So I also advise on other crops, so host crops within those different nematodes is becoming really important as we get more diverse rotations. We were hearing this morning about blackleg and possible free-living nematodes transmitting blackleg amongst crops within the field, which 5 years ago we weren't even discussing that. So it's quite incredible. Really.
I think it was Sebastian yesterday was talking about with the nematodes, rather than killing them, if you delay their growth so that the potato can go through its whole cycle, and then the nematode can't kick it. And there was a couple of people next to me going, "Bloody hell, we never thought of that before."
Exactly. Yeah, and it was really fascinating. Paper by Sebastian yesterday, really good.
But again, that's the point of a conference like this, and I think that's where it's so good for you to be sponsoring. It's not like a big show, no offence to them, like a cereal say, where it's really difficult actually to sometimes meet people. But here, because it's so concise and it's all about the presentations and this networking that we see going off behind us.
Absolutely, every year you come, you see new faces, and I think it's one thing that the CUPGRA does do. It brings in different extremes of the industry.
Yeah. So I'm leading the witness here. Would you recommend people come to this conference?
Absolutely. I mean, the AHDB is no longer, so a place and an organisation like CUPGRA to bring people together, use science that we can try and put into practice on farm has got to be the way forward.
And did you go to the dinner last night?
I didn't, Max. No.
That's right. That's good because you missed the speaker.
All right. That was yourself.
It was all right.
I heard you went down well, so
I'll pay you later.
Yeah.
And just to wrap up, Alastair, thank you for sponsoring the conference. You know what I'm going to ask. Have you got your very handsome face on the side of a Frontier lorry? Is it wandering around out
I have in Norfolk, yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, that's brilliant. So we've got to do this, everyone. We've got to find, I'm sure Alastair's already had this. We've got to find Alastair's lorry and see where it is, ready for Christmas.
It doesn't leave Norfolk, so unless you go there, you might struggle to find it.
That's brilliant. Alastair, well done. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Cheers, Max. Thank you.
Thank you.